Welcome to episode number 14 of the Friday Fizz. Today we're going to talk about Facebook pushing ads to people who really don't want to see them. We're going to talk about bar blocking, who can forget talking about the Olympics, and of course, well, just so happens I'm on holiday. I just thought I'd share some of the scenery with you. It looks absolutely amazing, the beach is stunning, and hope you're all having a good time and enjoy this week's Friday Fizz.
So Dave's on holiday, we thought we'd have a party, crack open a few beers and enjoy ourselves. So check out episode 14 of Friday Fizz.
Cheers.
Cheers Ben, he's underage.
So, pretty pleased with the Olympics so far. Who couldn't be? Apparently we're doing better this year than we were last year at this point in the Olympics, which is pretty impressive given the fact that our medal target was less, far less in fact, in terms of total medals aiming to achieve. So, pretty pleased about that.
The North and South Korean selfie. In case you haven't seen it, there's an Olympian from North Korea taking a selfie with a South Korean, and it's caused a big stir online because everyone's like, this just shows the Olympic spirit, these two countries at war coming together in a selfie. And then the other half's like, no.
The green pool, I suppose that's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Diving. So obviously a nice blue pool that everyone wants to dive into turns green within a few days.
It's like the colour of the canal.
It is pretty much, isn't it? Yeah, go down the canal, down the back of the office.
Yeah.
Dive into that instead.
A paddling pool and that turned green after a few days.
Obviously, like you said, better than 2012 so far.
Yep, at the point of recording we're one medal ahead of the point where we were in London 2012, and we currently sit at 8th in the medal rankings.
It's pretty good, isn't it? A good day yesterday with the, Catherine Granger and who else?
The men's team sprint cycling.
Yeah.
Got a gold.
Oh yeah, of course. And the rugby sevens, silver.
Yep.
So pretty good day.
Big up to Fiji, winning your first medal at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Had to be a gold medal as well because it was rugby.
Waiting all these years for that sport to be introduced, and now they're there. So that's pretty cool. Then I was actually watching the gymnastics last night. I can't say I'm usually a massive gymnastics fan, but yeah, I was watching the gymnastics, and Simone Biles, the American gymnast, she was absolutely incredible. And like I say, I don't really know anything about gymnastics, but anyone that sees it, I think, can appreciate just how amazing she was. And Dan Walker was just saying, I think she's won, she's come out top in the last 14 events that she's entered.
And winning the last 14 events, it just leads us on to Michael Phelps. 4 consecutive gold medals this Olympics. Takes his total to 22 golds and 26 overall medals at the Olympics.
He's an
which
absolute
is just
machine.
amazing.
Yeah, he's so good, isn't he? He's so good.
I don't know, I haven't watched the Olympics. I went last year though. No, not last year, 4 years ago.
So obviously last week we introduced Kickstart Your Biz, which was our new brand aimed at startups and small businesses. So it's been the first week, it's been a pretty busy week, just again tweaking the website like you do, you find bits to perfect, but also just introducing it to people, and the demand has been pretty incredible. I was at networking this week and just talking to people about it. There's definitely a market for something like that because, again, like we said last week, people think Plus 24, we're up here and they can't work with us. They can't imagine working with us. Whereas Kickstart Your Biz, it's affordable, everything's on the website, so it's been great just to be able to direct people to it and just to see the response. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, and some of the stories that we've heard about the other editors like Wix, where you can go buy it for like £12 a month. There's just no experience given to the customers there.
No, it's the bane of your life, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I hate
people
it.
come in and talk about Wix, and you just shrivel up into a ball, and
just like steam starts coming out my ears.
yeah. So it's not great. So yeah, Kickstart. pretty good. Check out the blog, there's loads of useful tips on there. So that's kickstartyourbiz.co.uk.
So bar blocking, that's pretty interesting. A bar actually blocking the Wi-Fi and banning mobiles basically to try and encourage social interaction again. However, to be honest, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. Naturally, our business is a lot to do with social media, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. For me, it's a bit of a PR stunt. A couple of bars trying to ban phones, gets in the press, gets a bit of social media coverage, ironic. And ultimately, they get more customers. It's interesting, it's quirky, but for me, bit of a fad.
So essentially what's happened is there's a bar down in Sussex, I believe, and they've actually built a Faraday cage into the walls so that no signals or electricity can get in from the outside, which means it's good if the building's hit by like lightning, but
yeah, it's a good place to hide.
Yeah,
like the Winchester type thing, you can just go there and be protected.
Hey Carl, go to Mum's, kill Phil, grab Liz, go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint and wait for all this to blow over.
So yeah, I think the principle behind it of going to a bar and making sure you talk to people is good. But the fact that you need to block mobile phone signals, I don't think is that necessary. Like Dave said, it is probably a PR stunt.
Well, it's like when I was first told about this, I was at a bar, Holdfast in Northern Quarter, just popped in for a quick one on the way back from the cinema. And ironically, they didn't have signal because they're in a basement. And my first instinct was to Google the bar that didn't allow mobile signal, but I didn't have a mobile signal. I was instantly like, this is frustrating.
Cut off from the world.
Yeah.
What do you do?
And I Google everything. So
exactly, yeah. It's just like your extended brain.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I feel like a duty to go somewhere and tweet about it. When we're at the Palazzo on a Friday, if I can't tweet, what do? I've got to tell people where I am. I've got to tell people where they should be going, like the Palazzo and stuff like that.
Sam's life in a nutshell.
No, this is me in a nutshell. Help! I'm in a nutshell! How did I get in?
So Facebook ads, pretty controversial to be honest. Trying to push ads past ad blockers when people have requested or installed some specific software to prevent ads being shown. Facebook are trying to get around this, naturally to increase their ad revenue. Not a massive fan. But then again, they are a business. They do allow you to use the platform for free. They've got to generate revenue. If you want to use their platform for free and then you install some software to get around the ads, I don't know. What do you think, guys?
I think it's getting a bit hotter over there in Portugal.
Yeah, I mean, do you use ad blockers?
I have used ad blockers in the past, especially when on-demand internet services like 4OD came out. But interestingly, they were one of the first people to stop that happening. They introduced it so that if they detected any ad blocker software, you just couldn't watch the programs. So they kind of like forced it down. But there was a little bit of controversy around that, but everyone has just grown to accept it now.
Yeah. I mean, I think like news websites and stuff, you go to some articles, don't you? And it says turn off your ad blockers to read it. So I do still use ad blockers because the adverts are a pain, but more and more websites are starting to introduce it where you need to turn them off to view the content. I mean, we discussed Facebook ads for like the last 2 weeks now, and each week they seem to be doing something else to make sure we see more ads, and this is just one of the next things. So when you go to other websites, you're going to see adverts that are coming from Facebook. They're still gathering data, whether you like it or not, they're gathering data on you to be able to send you relevant adverts. So yeah, fight the power of Facebook and see if you can beat it, but I don't think you can. Obviously this week was our event, and it was a digital Q&A. We've talked about that for the last few weeks. It went really well, but basically Chris has done a blog that summarises everything. It's got a clip of me giving a few tips about like which social networks you should use depending on which industry you're in. But there was loads of good questions. People came along and just had the chance to ask anything they wanted about social media, digital marketing. We answered them, and hopefully people found it beneficial. Facebook on one side, LinkedIn on the other, and Twitter falls in the middle nicely of both of them, I would say. Yeah, so this week's book is the Ask Gary Vee book. I'm sure if you're watching this, chances are you've seen the Gary Vee show.
Hey everybody, this is Gary Vay, Nerdchuck, and welcome to the first hashtag Ask Gary V. And this is episode 14, 26, 32, 47, 53, 66, 72, 81, 90, 100 of the Ask Gary V show.
We watch it regularly. It's basically Gary Vee sits around, takes people's questions, very similar to how we've watched Dave's today, and then he answers them. Digital marketing, social media, business, anything like that. I think we've all watched Gary Vee at some point. I've listened to the book. I think we've all listened to it at some point as well. But it's great tips. It's taking all the questions from the show, putting them into a book. So we'd definitely recommend it. Just like nice bite-sized pieces that anyone can take value from. So check it out, Ask Gary Vee, the book.
So stop making excuses. Oh, these millennial kids are so entitled. Oh, these kids didn't have to work as hard as we did. Nobody cares if you're 40, 70, 90, alien, female, male, minority. The market will accept your victories if you're good enough to have a victory.
Thanks for watching this week's Friday Fizz. Don't forget to like and share. And if you want us to discuss anything next week, just tweet us at +24marketing. Thanks very much. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Friday Fizz.
Hello, welcome to episode 14 of Friday Fizz.
Hello and welcome to episode number 14 of the Friday Fizz.
Brilliant.
Great job there.
Thanks for watching this video. Check out some of our other videos and don't forget to like, comment and share this one.